All right, welcome back to the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by the Topoco Lodge. Rooms in the historic Topoco Lodge are open for business starting this weekend, Valentine's Day weekend, and they'll be open on weekends every weekend after. And the weekend of the 22nd and 23rd, that is a river release up there. If you've never been there for the river release, you've got to see it. It is really impressive. The lodge sits right over the Chiowa River, and you get the rapids that go right by it. It's incredibly relaxing. And, of course, they're having their grand opening for 2020 on March 13th. That's when they're open 7 days a week. All their rooms are open at that point. The Topoco Lodge, you can find out more at topoco.com. All right, let's talk about the week ahead for Tennessee. Tuesday night, they got Arkansas coming here. You saw what they did. They lost to Missouri yesterday in overtime. You see their overall record. And then Saturday at South Carolina, who Tennessee barely beat here by a point. They beat Texas A&M yesterday. Tennessee, compared record-wise, they're 13-10 overall, 5-5 in the SEC. Mark Pancratz, quick thoughts on the matchups with Arkansas and South Carolina.
Arkansas starts and really ends with Mason Jones, leading scorer in the SEC, and toughness. They get out rebounded. That's why Missouri was able to beat them. The tougher teams often have the ability to beat Arkansas. And then South Carolina, last game we shot 6 for 31 from three. I only scored, I think, 55 points. Yeah. They dominated points in the paint. South Carolina did 28-14. We're going to have to get the ball inside and get to the free throw line to be able to beat South Carolina.
All right. Mike Strange, Ken Pomeroy, who we always talk about his ratings here on this show, they're really good, does a great computer system. Mm-hmm. He's predicted the last 8 games. His system has them predicted Tennessee's last 8 games. He's got Tennessee finishing 2-6, at least his system does, with win over Vanderbilt, and then he's got them nipping Florida here. He's got some close losses there as well. But your thoughts, you look at that schedule, is 2-6 kind of what you're looking at? You got a big problem with that?
I'm a lot of close games there. I'm going to go 3 wins, maybe even 4. I'm going to give them a chance of going 4-4. I think they're going to win. They shouldn't have beaten Alabama the other night at Alabama, and they did. So I think they will win at least 3 games there.
Yeah, it depends what day of the week you're asking this question, right? I mean, you see them play at Alabama or Kansas, and you're like, gosh, they can get 4. You see them play certain games, it's like maybe they only get 2. I think they're going to have a chance to beat Arkansas and surprise. Arkansas coming off of a tough loss, they'll be raring to go. But I think our toughness, we didn't play terrible against a good Kentucky team. So I wouldn't be surprised if we win 3 of the final 8, but I think it'll be a better chance of finishing 2-6.
Mark Pancratz, thanks for coming in and playing with a sore throat. You get the hoarseness there. Appreciate you doing it, playing through it. And Mike Strange, thanks as always. We'll see both of you guys next week. We got football next. We're going to compare rosters, Tennessee, Georgia, Florida. Are the Vols catching up? We'll discuss that. Come on back on the Sports Source.